Morning has broken like the first morning.
I love Cat Stevens. Okay, so morning has broken. So we're talking about morning extra magic hours. How do morning extra magic hours work? I love morning extra magic hours. It's my favorite way. The number one, well, the number two, but the number one, once you're there, best way to avoid Disney World crowds. Just, there's nothing better. It's the best of the best of the best. Morning extra magic hours are the hours that Disney allows Disney hotel guests. There's more. We'll get back to that. But Disney hotel guests to get in before the crowds get there. So how does it work? Number one, you have to be a guest of a Disney hotel or the Swan and Dolphin, Shades of Green, or the Disney Springs hotels. Now, that's not the Disney Good Neighbor hotels. There's a difference between the Disney Springs hotels and the Disney Good Neighbor hotels. So those hotels are eligible for morning extra magic hours. Number two, you go to the park that has morning extra magic hours. I would love to say there's a pattern. I can tell you when the morning extra magic hours would be. Up until about a year ago, that was pretty much true. They followed a pattern, but lately Disney has been just crazy about when they're having morning extra magic hours, and the pattern hasn't followed. So don't know when. I can't tell you that. I was looking at a couple of months, and this week it was this pattern, this next week it was this pattern. I even tried to write it down, but it doesn't follow a pattern anymore. So not every day are there morning extra magic hours. Every week, pretty much one park will have morning extra magic hours. And if the crowds are bigger, they will add more morning extra magic hours. So you go to the park that has morning extra magic hours before the time the morning extra magic hours. Typically, I've never heard of anything else. It's an hour before the park opens to the general public. So if the park opens at 9 o'clock, morning extra magic hours will start at 8 o'clock. If the park opens at 8 o'clock, they'll start at 7 o'clock. If the park opens at 7 o'clock, and sometimes it does in the Christmas time frame, there will be morning extra magic hours at 6 o'clock. And so you want to be there before to where you're in the park. It works best if you're in the park, if you've arrived and are ready to go before that hour before the general public gets in. So say like for the Magic Kingdom, if you were going to the Magic Kingdom on a morning extra magic hours morning and extra magic hours started at 8 o'clock, you'd want to be there at 7:45. So you're already, if they let you in before you're in, you've already gone through the ticket, through all that stuff. So you want to be there before the time for morning extra magic hours to start. Let's see, what else was I going to say? The morning extra magic hours park will be a little busier than it would be on a non-extra magic hours day. Just a little bit, not a lot. I know some people say, you got to avoid the morning extra magic hour park. I don't see that as being really that true, because all the crowds that go to, that's not really true. What I will tell you about morning extra magic hours is it is absolutely the lowest crowd period time you'll see during the day, unless there's a freak storm or something that runs everybody off. It is the lowest crowd period you will see on a normal day. I went to Epcot. This was a year and a half ago. I went to Epcot on a morning extra magic hour day. I got there at about 8:20. I got to the first ride at about 8:20. Might have been even a little after that. At an 8 o'clock opening. So I'm a little bit late anyway. So I decided I would see what I could do. I did Test Track, I did Mission Space, and I did Soarin' between 8:20 and 9:40, an hour and 20 minutes. I did those three rides. And probably could have done them quicker than that. If I'd have been there at 8 o'clock, I probably could have done them in an hour. when when I tried again at 10 o'clock, I decided I was going to try again and see how well I could do it, how quick I could do it. I had a fast pass for Test Track for 10 o'clock. So I went over, I used my fast pass for Test Track. I rode the green line for Mission Space, which is the fast line, which is not a long wait. It was the faster line. So Test Track with the fast pass, the green line for Mission Space, and then walked over to, that took an hour. That right there took an hour. Then I walked over to Soarin', and it was a 65-minute wait for Soarin'. 65-minute wait for Soarin'. This is another hour. So what took me just a little over an hour during extra magic hours was going to take over 2 hours at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the lines got longer and longer and longer after that. And this was during a fairly slow period. So morning extra magic hours will save you a ton of time. Just no two ways about it. It's the best way to avoid crowds at Walt Disney World when you're at Walt Disney World. It's, as I said a minute ago, it's the best of the best of the best. With honors, as Will Smith would say. All right, so morning extra magic hours. That's how they work.
Thanks so much for watching Dad's video. For more simple, fun, magic Walt Disney World information, go to Dad's Guide to WDW.com. You can do that by clicking the I button that's popping up on the screen right now. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more Dad's YouTube videos with Daditude.